Welcome to this Thursday night in the NBA, right here on 2K Sports. And tonight, we've got the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Detroit Pistons. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Ant. A chance here to rank the top rookies in the NBA. The race for the Rookie of the Year. How about these guys? Oh, what a group. All season long, he's been getting it done for his team, and that's why he is sitting in that number 2 spot and making a strong case, guys, for number 1.
And at number 2, he still has an excellent chance to walk away with the hardware for Rookie of the Year.
Well, he certainly throughout the season has adjusted to opponents quicker than they've adjusted to him, and that is so advanced for a rookie. Speaks highly of his game and his IQ.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. They've got Jeremy Grant and Stewart in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Lakers, Anthony Davis is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Harrell. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Dort in at the 2 spot. Grant the pass to Stewart. James covering. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on LeBron James. Break the 2 words you and I don't like the most in this game, load management. Why do we see more of it now than when you played in the game?
A couple of things. I think sports science has evolved, and I've talked to a ton of coaches about this. The reality is that now they don't determine whether or not a guy's going to play. It's going to be the people that work with the strength and conditioning. They determine if a guy is ready to go. Secondly, I would also say the contracts now, the investments that teams have in these assets, you want to try to prolong their careers as long as possible. And so I think it's a smart move from an investment standpoint.
You bring up some great points.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s, players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Here's James. Good on the shot. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year. Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. Now James coming off a stellar performance against New Orleans. The pass to Dort for 3. They get the rebound. And that one's good by Davis.
Well, Davis, so dominant, so strong, so athletic, so skilled. He got everything he wanted right there.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to talk with Frank Vogel for just a minute. He said a primary concern is to prevent those easy 3-point looks from outside. He said closing out hard on the shooters is going to be the key. If they don't bother the shooters, he said, it's going to be a very long 4 quarters. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that 3-point shot. Here's Conley. Got a piece of it. The Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Dort passes to James. Jacks up a 3. The Lakers rebound. Harrell sinks that one from the post.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
Pass to Grant. Pass to Bay. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Conley. That 3 off the mark. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Their last encounter was in Detroit, where they were able to handle the Pistons.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
And, you know, one of the things about winning the physical battle like they did in that game, it gives you a lot of confidence going into the next meeting. You know you can push this team around in the paint and win the physical battle.
Conley for three. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
It's Conley's ability to hit the long ball that makes him such an asset. Stretches the floor and creates space.
James finds Kuzma. Chalk up 2 there.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
Stewart passes to Grant. James outside. And here's Davis for 3. Rebound by the Pistons. Here's Conley. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Hey, gets the bucket. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at the Pelicans. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at the Lakers, they believed they were the best team entering the year. Others believed it too, and we've seen nothing to dissuade that assumption.
Bridges with it. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing, and he converts the layup.
Well, he's very dependable from that area, so Bridges, to me, should look to keep attacking when he gets the ball in this space.
To the right side. Back to Hayes. To the wing right side. The 3. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
For 3, Caldwell Pope. The offensive rebound. Here's Howard. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Okafor. It's deflected.
Boy, a really good shot blocker for a wing. Bridges elevates quickly and has an excellent sense of timing.
They grab their own miss. Here's Davis. Excellent D there from Okafor.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Plumlee against Davis. Oh, my goodness! What a play!
Clear that Davis loves to put on a show for the fans, and putting on the show is exactly what he's doing.
Pistons trailed by 4. Okafor with a screen on Caldwell Pope. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
And the shot goes in.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
To the middle. Here's Okafor. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, I like the fact Okafor is a big guy who handles contact well. Not all big guys do. You got to do better than that if you're the defense.
Bridges misses.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. A rebound by the Lakers. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
That one was lopsided, and you've got to say not all that's shocking.
Yeah, you know, I expected them to win, but the margin of victory was eye-popping, and they ran away with it.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's his first foul. Doumbouya gets a wide-open look. Drains it from beyond the arc. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
Yeah, the replay center in Secaucus is providing the officials with the necessary footage to make the call. We're seeing what they're seeing with the best possible angles.
And they're keeping the call as is. It was close, but he had not released it before the clock had expired.
Yeah, still better safe than sorry. I think they did the right thing to take another look at it. And if it's so close that you can't tell by the naked eye, might as well go to the slow-mo.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Lakers ahead, up 1. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Early on, guys, excellent work on the boards here. I mean, you got to like those second chance points they're getting.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
On the court for the Pistons, he's out there with Conley. Then there's Jeremy Grant, and it's Bay in at the 3-side. McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
The Pistons trailing. Now here's Hayes. Last game, 26 points. Conley kicks to Grant. Passes it to Bay. Shot clock at 5. Buries it from three-point range. Bay's got the lead up to 2 now for the Pistons.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
James in the post. Covered by Conley. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Here's Hayes. Another 3 for Detroit.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Out to the right wing. The Pistons working the ball around now. Outside Conley. Fires from deep. Another 3 for Detroit. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Bay passes to Hayes. Outside Conley. And another 3 for Detroit.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
James with it. Conley picks him up. And James throws it down.
And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's diving inside, he's looking for the punch.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now here's Hayes. D right on him. Takes it inside. And there's the pass to Stewart. And he gets the bucket. And the Pistons lead by 8.
Oh, great ball movement there.
So it's the Lakers now. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Here's Kuzma. They get it again. Harrell. And Harrell shoots it in.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Craig. As they look to trim the deficit, Could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, but I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Puts up a three. Another three for Detroit.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Bridges is checked in for the Lakers. Rivers comes in for Caldwell Pope. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
James looking it over. Feeds to Davis. Good, and the assist goes to James. Davis has got 6.
And I'll tell you what, AD is able to brush off those defenders with ease because of how strong he is. That's what they call weight room.
Here's Stewart. The Lakers with the rebound. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's LeBron, and James throws it down.
Weight room muscle on display there. James, even when he gets hit, he can still score.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. Detroit leading by 4. And Hayes kicks to Plumlee. Covered by LeBron. And the shot is long.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Kept alive. He feeds it to Bridges. LeBron outside. Just 5 to shoot. Los Angeles with another miss. The Pistons have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Here's Doumbouya. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Lakers trailed by 4. Over Hayes. And that one off the back of the rim and in. 12 points for him.
And, you know, you come to expect this type of play from LeBron. I mean, he's relentless when he's in attack mode.
Okafor finds Hayes. .152 left in the first half. Okafor sets the pick for Hayes, and the foul called on Killian Hayes. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Pass to Bridges. Now the feed to Davis. And they double up Davis. Here's Napier. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. It's a close game here in Los Angeles. Hayes the pass to Doumbouya. They could use a bucket. He lays it in. Doumbouya's got his second bucket of the night. And here's Napier. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Now here's Hayes. Napier covering. And Okafor slams it in.
Cannot afford to let Okafor get near the bucket. I mean, he is really skilled at finishing those looks, and he does so with authority.
Here's Davis. And that one is off. And Detroit the other way now. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
What a duel that was. Exciting all the way to the end. Really a shame someone had to walk away with an L.
I tell you, it's too bad one of them had to lose because I thought, wow. Boy, I really like seeing Bridges get up for these throwdowns, boy. I tell you, he's pretty creative for a young guy.
Here's Hayes. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Out to the right wing. Pistons passing it around. Plumlee with the screen. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. They settled into a nice groove in the second quarter. It's now a 6-point lead, and they only need to keep it going in the third. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
Well, they were lighting it up from three, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection, solid.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
Well, points in the paint. I've been there for them, and it's always a good thing, Ernie, Kenny. I think the defense was set up to defend the perimeter, and so far it's backfired. Until the D adjusts, I say keep pounding it into the paint.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at James, what a contribution.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got Kyle Kuzma. Harrell is out there with Anthony Davis. And it's LeBron James. And it's Dort in at the 2 guard.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Pass to Stewart. Here's Bay, guarded by Kuzma. 5 to shoot. Conley with the 3. Here's Stewart. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Stewart's got his second basket of the game.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
You know, at 6'8", with the ball skills that James has, he handles it like a guard. He can get wherever he wants to off the dribble.
Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Pass to Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
You know what? When you allow Grant to get close to the rim, you risk seeing him give you a facial right in your grill. I mean, tremendous athleticism from the Syracuse alum.
And they double up Davis. Kuzma fires James. Los Angeles with another miss. Detroit leading by 8. Here's Stewart. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Tries it from 19. Again, the Pistons score.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display.
Yes, sir. Power and grace. That had it all.
So the wing on the left. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Bay, no good. Lakers trail by 8. James, the bounce pass. Kuzma. And the 3 off target. Detroit's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And the pass to Stewart. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Lakers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. James kicks to Davis. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Some changes for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Anthony Davis. Miles Bridges comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Alex Caruso in for James. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Hayes is checked in.
I think McGee's been working on that one. I mean, you don't just come up with that off the top of your head, boy. You got to think that one through.
Pistons leading by 6. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Lakers have gone a somewhat subpar 4-10 on their shots in the second half so far. And that one, good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Conley, the pass to Stewart. Here's Bay. Inside. And Stewart gets it to go. Stewart's got 4 this quarter.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Bridges shot, good.
Well, I tell you what, it's obvious Bridges takes great pride in working through contact and capitalizing.
Pass to Stewart. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
And Caruso's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, here's Bridges. He's guarded closely, and that one is good.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack, but they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
And it's Conley penetrating. He gets that one. Conley's got 13.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
.149 left here in the third quarter. The Pistons working the ball around now. And the rejection by Harrell. Dort passes to McGee. And there's another turnover by the Lakers.
Let's see the stat sheet here on Mike Conley. How last month turned out for him. He's averaging 11 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Dwight Howard. He's checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Napier in for Alex Caruso. Lakers trail by 7. Dort passes to Howard. Here's Napier, and he makes good on the layup. Napier's got his first 2 points.
And, I think this is exactly what you want Howard to do. I mean, when somebody's open, show that you're willing to give the ball up.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Count it, good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work to the inside. Plumlee with the steal. Now here's Hayes. He's guarded closely. Okafor, the pass to Plumlee. And here's Hayes. Outside Conley. Three-pointer. Rebound the Lakers.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
Tries again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Bridges brings a toughness to his team's interior scoring because of his athleticism, physicality, and aggressiveness.
Both free throws good from Bridges.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Now here's Hayes. Napier covering, and there's the drive. Hayes, no good. Here's Davis. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Pistons lead by 5. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Jeremy Grant is out there with Plumlee. Then there's Hayes, and it's Bay in at the 3.
Good positioning that time from AD, working the pick and roll beautiful.
Now Hayes. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And the Lakers making a change here. McGee's checked in, and the Pistons making a change here as well. Stewart's checked in for Mason Plumlee. Now here's LeBron, guarded closely, and they double up LeBron. Intercepted. Pass to Hayes. Down low. Here's Bay. James with some nice D.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. McGee with it. 5 on the clock. Another shot. Trying to get open is Davis. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got his 8th rebound here tonight. To the paint. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Napier covering. And the basket is good. Now it's a 7-point Piston lead.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
LeBron can score from anywhere, but he's most effective close to the hoop. Very skilled in the paint.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
And the Lakers making a change here. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Dwayne Casey went over with his team. He's obviously pretty happy. He said, I know they're not going to take us lightly next time. He knew what the deal was with that underdog role coming into the game.
Here's Stewart. Over Harrell. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel.
Yeah, first turnover of the game. Overall, though, he's been rock solid.
Michael Conley. He's checked in for Hayes. And it's Davis with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron outside. Inside. Stolen by Grant. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Passes it to Bay. Out to Conley. From deep. A rebound by the Lakers. Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's James. The second effort. He takes it up and lays it in. LeBron's got 20.
Boy, I tell you, LeBron is so active and aggressive and so strong. I love watching him go after rebounds like this.
Driving the lane. Second shot opportunity. Stewart passes to Bay. And the rejection by Harrell.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
In the corner, it's James. Harrell setting the pick for LeBron. And it's Harrell missing. Detroit leading by 3. The pass to Bay. Down low. Here's Stewart. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Conley with it. He's picked up by LeBron.
And hustle like that is why he leads his team in rebounds tonight.
I tell you what, guys, nobody's been more physical in this game than he has. He has been a glass eater.
And James picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
To the middle, here's Stewart, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open. Money there shaves a few points off the lead, and the later we get into this game, the more you're going to see him attacking the basket.
Moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
Sensational game for him in terms of shooting efficiency. He's taken nothing but high percentage shots. That's how he's managed to hit over 60% from the field. I mean, making just about everything he's looked at.
Bridges is checked in for Los Angeles. Grant outside. 1:53 left in the fourth. It's deflected. James dishes to Bridges. Kicks it out to James. And there's the call on James. That's his third foul of the game.
That's just sloppy. I mean, you can't lose control of the ball like that and let it get back across midcourt.
And they know that. I mean, maybe it's a mistake that'll sharpen their focus a little bit going forward.
Drives to the hoop. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Davis against Grant. A shot. Here's Harrell. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got 11 rebounds in the game. Detroit leading by 5. Grant the pass to Bay. Wide open shot is on the money.
Yeah, that's just good basketball there by Grant. Moving the ball to the wide open man and getting an assist out of it.
Here's James. Money!
You know, guys, that's what he does. He just loves to play that kind of attacking basketball.
Detroit's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Bay. Defended by Bridges. It's blocked. Here's Stewart. Out to Conley. Six to shoot. Pass to Stewart. From deep. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up to the Los Angeles Lakers. Here's Kuzma. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And they go to the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Well, you look at Mike Conley. He's been around a long time, folks, double-digit years. Does a little bit of everything out there, and outstanding, not only in the locker room, but also in the community, too. Just 5-star in every way.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
And the Lakers making a change here. And the Lakers call time here. They're behind by 4. 7 seconds left to play in the final quarter. James, good!
That shot was made possible by the work of Anthony Davis.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. That's off as well, so he misses both. Timeout called the Lakers. They trail by 2. Just 2 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
That's tipped. And so the big win by Detroit in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Mason Plumlee. A lot of points tonight. What was working so well offensively?
Well, we're sharing the ball so well. It's fun to watch, I'm sure, but we have possessions where every guy might touch the ball almost twice. So when you get movement like that, it's hard to guard, and it's a fun way to play.
You did have the defense on its toes tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long, everyone.